As a matter of fact, this guy had it 100% right. Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance, everybody. My name is Christopher Belli. I'm a certified CPA accountant. I'm a long-term bobblehead investor. I'm author of the book Stop Being a Broke Loser. It's on Amazon. It's there. Even though Amazon's overvalued, it's there. And we're going to look at Unity stock. One of Cathie Wood, my goddess, my heroine, my guide, my leader, my emperor. We're going to look at one of her stocks, Unity. Now, I want to say, for one quick moment, that I am a freaking genius. And you want to know why, ladies and gentlemen? Because I was saying over and over again, that Unity was massively overvalued over the last couple of months. And you cannot believe the amount of freaking hate that I got dumping on Unity. And I just simply looked at the fundamentals. I said, they're diluting the shareholders and they're massively unprofitable. That doesn't look like a stock I would buy. And every time I made a video about Unity, the stock kept going up and up and up and up. And I kept saying, it's overvalued. It's overvalued. I'm not buying it. It's going to come back down. And what freaking happened, you Unity losers? It went back down. Just like I said. Just like Tesla's going to do. So let's go look at the historic chart of Unity My Boonity. And I'll show you some of the videos that I made. Let me make sure I'm sharing my screen. Okay, we're good. So here's the historic chart of Unity. So you look, and over the last year, it had a freaking massive run-up. And about 8-9 months ago, I started looking into the stock. I was like, what is this? This is interesting. And I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. But every time I made a video, it just went up and up and up. And I said, this does not make freaking sense. So, of course, Unity runs up to $196. And all the freaking fanboys and doofuses and clowns that were commenting on my channel were laughing at me and making fun of me. But I know, fundamentally, this company is not profitable. And look what freaking happened once the stimmy check pandemic market wore off. Oh my God. So a year ago, it was trading at $94. Now it's trading at $69.20. 69! Now let's see why Unity has deflated so massively. Number one, it's a Cathie Wood growth stock, and everything she touches turns to garbage. So just to prove my point, and I'm not saying I'm a stock genius. I'm not a stock picking genius. Hope my kid doesn't wake up. But I do know how to read financial statements. And here I said, Unity stock is truck stop tier trash. Unity stock skyrockets. It now sucks even worse. And everybody freaking laughed at me. Let's go look at the comments real quick, and then we'll look at the financials. Okay. Who is that? Let's see. Well, that's a joke. Actually, it looks like, okay, here's one hate comment. You're not too bright. It's like, okay. I mean, I think the other video I got a ton of freaking hate on. Let's go look. It's actually pretty entertaining. And then you look back at what happened to Unity. Ooh, look at that sexy shirt I was wearing. So here's this one loser here. Go William. As a value investor, I can't disagree more. Most of Unity's most valuable assets are not recorded on the balance sheet. There's only the balance sheet. That's what Jeremy told me. Where else would they be? So this freaking value investor, value investor, who probably doesn't know how to read a freaking income statement, was telling me that, oh, it's so amazing. Here we go. Chris Laporte. Sounds like you have a very closed-minded and old-school approach to your investing. Personally, I think it's funny that the perfect profit growth was seen in the two worst-performing stock market decades. How's that stock doing now? Let's see. It doesn't matter whether you're right or wrong. The way you pick on people is too mean for me. Oh, you're not nice. Your analysis is extremely limited. Looking at the balance sheet is valid. However, I guess you guys have no clue what this company was all about. I was a software engineer there for 2 years. I don't care if you worked at the freaking company, loser. The company's massively unprofitable, and I'm not freaking buying it. So I love being vindicated. It makes me feel good. Now let's go and look a little bit more about what Unity is. So I don't understand it too well, and guess what? That doesn't freaking matter because I can look at financial statements. It's so hard, ladies and gentlemen. What are their values? Who we are? So if you look at some of their statistics, it looks like they provide an engine, an online engine where people can come and create games. And I guess Unity gets a cut, or they have some kind of subscription model, whatever it is, that these people pay in order to get access to the tools to make games. So you look, and there's some impressive numbers here. 5 billion downloads per month of apps built with Unity. That's a lot. 72% of the top 1,000 mobile games were made with Unity. That's pretty impressive. 50% of games across mobile, PC, and console were made with Unity. Wow. 3.9 billion monthly active users who consumed content created or operated with Unity solutions. This is freaking crazy. 190 plus countries and territories have Unity creators. I'm sure there's like one person in Eritrea or something. Oh yeah, so 190. It's freaking awesome. Like, it's amazing what this company does. However, there's one little issue, okay? Let's go look at the financials. So we'll start with the income statement, and we'll work our way across. I'm on stock analysis. I find like a new freaking website every day to look at stocks. This is actually pretty convenient because they actually give you some percentages. So you look from 2018 to 2021, they had massive freaking revenue growth. $380 million to $1.1 billion. 42%. They're growing basically at 42% every year. And in 2021, it grew at 43%. That's very freaking impressive, okay? Gross profit. Now, they actually have the gross profit margin. I don't know why they have it down here. Look at the gross profit margin. 77, 77, 78, 78. Honestly, if this company was profitable, it would actually be decently easy to kind of model out because it seems like their revenue growth is very consistent and at least their gross profit is very consistent. However, that's where the good news ends, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's go back up a little bit. So, great gross profit. However, their gross profit is $856 million in 2021. However, they had $692 million of selling general administrative expenses and $695 of R&D. Now, research and development has been consistently the reason why this company has been unprofitable. They are dumping massive amounts of money into R&D. As a matter of fact, they dumped more than 50-60% of their revenues into research and development. So this is definitely a growth story. And someday, this company might actually have some incredible potential. However, with this much spending on research and development, I think it's going to be a long time before they become profitable. And I wonder, do they have to keep spending this much to keep up with the competition? How much competition is out there? I don't know. That is a lot of money to be spending on research and development. Selling general administrative expenses, I mean, I'd have to break that down further. But you can see research and development is growing way faster even than selling general administrative expenses. I mean, it's pretty freaking nuts how much they're spending. So their operating income, before they pay interest and taxes, negative $531 million. So they made $1.1 billion in revenue, and before you even pay interest and taxes, you lose $531 million. That's a lot of money to lose, okay? Now, their net profit margin is, do they actually have it here? Negative 47%. Negative 47%. They are losing money on the accrual basis of accounting, hand over freaking fist. And oh, look at the trend. Negative 34, negative 30, negative 36, negative 47. Holy freaking crap. There's another problem here. Share change, 7%, 8%, 48%, 66%. They are diluting the living crap out of you. If you bought this stock a couple of years ago, you've more than been cut in half in your ownership of the company. They're raising money through share issuance because of a raging bull market, number one. And number two, because people are willing to freaking buy them. Because there are some exciting things about this company. But it's way, way, way too early. And that's why this freaking stock price got decimated. 100%. Massive, insane bull market. I'm looking at the fundamentals. I don't understand. Massively unprofitable. Issuing shares. Burning money. Why is it going up? Stupid bull market. Everybody's making fun of me. I don't understand value investing. I don't understand. You don't understand the future, bro. And look what freaking happened. Losers. Let's see when it IPO'd. So it IPO'd at $75. So if you had bought this at IPO, you'd be freaking down. Jesus. Now, when would I be interested in buying this company? Well, obviously, I want to see profit margins. But with research and development growing like this, and I don't know if it has to continue to be spent like that, it's going to be a long, 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 long time before this company makes money. And the whole freaking time, they're going to be issuing shares year after year after year to fund their operations. Look at the balance sheet. So they got $1 billion in cash. They got $681 million in short-term investments. Cash and cash equivalents, $1.7 billion. Let's look. Okay, they got some of their receivables. Total current assets. So most of their current assets are pretty liquid current assets. When you look at a company's balance sheet, you can calculate the current ratio, current assets divided by current liabilities. That tells you whether the company can pay its short-term bills, and you can calculate the quick or acid test ratio, which is a little bit more stringent, and it also tests whether the company can pay its bills. But it subtracts out prepaids and inventory because they're less liquid, obviously. So total current assets, $2 billion. And let's see, current debts. So when it comes to a cash position, they're not going out of business anytime freaking soon. They have a lot of cash. How they're going to spend it, I have no freaking idea. Now you can see here, where did the cash come from? 1,000% cash growth. Where did that come from, ladies and gentlemen? Either they sold some assets or they issued a bunch of stock. We'll go see it. We'll check 2020 in a second. Okay. Long-term debt, almost $2 billion. So they could almost, if they spent all their cash, pay off their debt in one fell swoop. But then they would probably go bankrupt because they didn't pay their short-term debts. They also have a massive amount of goodwill. They have $2.4 billion of goodwill. Or it could be, I don't know what the intent, I don't know if it's mostly goodwill or intangibles. Goodwill is when you buy a company for more than the fair value of its net assets. But if you look at the example of Teladoc, if the company you bought turns out to be worthless garbage, this goodwill goes away and it goes to the income statement and you have a massive freaking loss. Because basically you paid a bunch of money for a company that's garbage. So whatever they bought, they must have acquired a company. They had a huge purchase in 2021. Look at that. They went from 343 in goodwill and intangibles to $2.4 billion. I don't know who they bought. We'll see. And I wonder if their revenue growth is coming from that acquisition, or is it coming from the core business of the company? I have no idea. This is just an initial analysis. So let's see, debt growth. Oh, I wonder. Okay, maybe they issued debt. Interesting, because their debt, their long-term liabilities, looks like it's grown by 1,368%. That's pretty crazy. You can also see common stock going on. So they're going into debt and they're issuing stock. Retained earnings, negative. So cumulative, they have lost $1.3 billion. $1.3 billion over the company's lifetime. And the shareholders' equity is $2.3 billion. So what would their price to books be? What's their market cap? So their price to books is 20 billion divided by 20 billion divided by, so roughly 9 or 10 is their price to books. That's pretty expensive. Okay, not too good. And if they wrote off this goodwill, if this purchase turns out to be bad, they could have negative equity. Oh, hopefully they bought a good company. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, let's see. Oh, here it is. Duh. I was slightly off. It's 8.48. Now, let's go look at the statement of cash flows. Okay. So you want to look at operating, investing, and financing. So whatever happened in 2021, they had a massive dip in operating cash flows. You see how it's all negative cash flows? What that means is from their core business, they're burning more money than they're taking in. So on a GAAP basis, they're losing money. And on a cash basis, they're also losing money. Wow. So amazing. Oh, yeah, they definitely bought something. $1.5 billion acquisition. Holy freaking crap. I wonder what that was. I'm sure some of you probably love this. Oh, my God. Goodwill. Let's see. Debt issued. So they got $1.7 billion of debt. They probably used that to fund the acquisition. And they also, so they used debt to fund the acquisition, basically. And then we look at 2020. Wasn't there a massive, So in 2020, they issued a ton of stock, and I don't know if it's because the stock price plummeted, maybe. In 2021, they issued a bunch of debt. So it's pretty amazing. So free cash flow margin, negative free cash flow, and it doesn't look like it's improving. I don't know. Ratios. Let's see what the ratios. I actually like this. This is a nice thing. Look at that. Market cap, $40 billion. You're so stupid, strong man. Market cap today, $20 billion. Price to sales, 19 almost. Holy freaking crap. Price to books, expensive. EV, enterprise value. I need to learn how to calculate that. Current ratio, good. Asset turnover, okay. Return on equity, just not good. Not good. I would not touch this company for a long time. Where the haters? Let's hear the haters. Where my hater alligators at? LaFoof would be like, my biggest hater reviewed TTCF and had this to say. I wish LaFoof would mention me directly, not be a little bussy, okay? Anything interesting any of you clowns have to say? When is Tattooed Chef eating time? So I think my wife gets home. I'll bust out the bowl. We'll have some quinoa. What's up with your crappy mic, losers? Did I put the wrong mic on? Let me see. Let's see. Well, that's my speaker. Oh, I was using the wrong mic.
Oops, how's that, guys? Let's see. I'm here. What I missed? You missed a massively unprofitable share diluting trash company. This sounds identical to my Palantir video, another trash company fundamentally. Does Palantir at least have positive operating cash flows? I thought they did, but maybe that changed. Unity Software is a fart sniffing stunk. Okay, this is a good joke. They got good vibes. So I believe it was Jeremy Financial Education that he mentioned in one of his videos. He was like, yeah, man, this stock, it's cool. It's great. It gives me good vibes, bro. All you got to do is have the vibes and just buy the stock. That's it, bro. Let's see. Got to calculate that by calculating book value per share, less preferred. Yeah, it's too much. Yeah, that's probably what I screwed up. Whatever. Still very high price to book. I think he sounds like Shania Twain. You think I sound like that? Thank you. That's so nice. Do you think is Unity a robot company? No, Tesla's the dominant robot company. Duh. No, it doesn't if you consider stock-based comp added back. We having a little accounting debate in the comments here. Anyway, that's it. I will bust out the Tattooed Chef bowl when my wife gets home, and we will have a live eating session. And I'll just shoot the crap and talk trash about Jeremy. That's it for now. Cheers.